Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining today's webinar on the implementation of ServiceNow CMDB and how to automate it using Discovery. Before we start, if anyone is not able to view my screen or hear me properly, kindly notify me in the chat window located on the right side of the pane. So on today's panel, we have myself, Rob Wynn. I'm a ServiceNow account executive here at Royal Cyber, and I've been around the platform for close to 7 years. I'm joined by Somian, who works as a senior software engineer with us, and he has over 5 years of experience on the ServiceNow platform. Also joining us from Royal Cyber will be our ServiceNow practice head, Kapil Kaji, as well as senior software engineer Gaurav Mittal, who will be available to answer your questions following the demonstration. First, I wanted to provide a little bit of background on who Royal Cyber is. Our organization can be described as an IT consulting and digital transformation company, providing high-performing commerce, cloud, analytics, mobile, AI, and middleware solutions and services. Since 2002, we've worked with hundreds of enterprise clients worldwide, including over 90 Fortune 500 companies that we can call clients. Our current employee landscape pegs us at over 1,000 employees with presence in 10 countries and on 5 continents. And we have partnered with a number of household names in the technology space over the years, maintaining partnerships with AWS, IBM, Microsoft, Oracle, Dell Boomi, SAP, and of course, ServiceNow. I also want to provide a quick overview of our ServiceNow practice to give you an idea of Royal Cyber's expertise. Our resources and methodologies help organizations of all sizes harness the full power of the Now platform to accelerate technology-driven business transformation. Our experience enables us to provide strategies, roadmaps, and expertise to deliver superior business outcomes, better performance, and lower manual workloads and risks. Our ServiceNow offerings include business consulting, business process design, non-IT business process automation, implementations, upgrades and enhancements, as well as systems integrations and support. A few of the key differentiators of our practice include our global delivery capability and customer-centric approach, our implementation, support, and training expertise, cost-effective resources for staff augmentation, and ServiceNow licensing sales. Some of our key areas of focus include ITSM, ITOM, ITBM, and HR service delivery. In a moment, I'd like to pass things over to Somian, who will be conducting a demonstration of the implementation of ServiceNow CMDB and how to automate it using Discovery. During the demonstration, please enter any questions that you have in the GoToWebinar chat window, and we'll address all those questions in the latter half of the call. Somian?
Hey, thanks for the intro, Rob. So let's see today's agenda. So we are going to see about what are all the challenges in the organization when CMDB is not present, and what is CMDB, and importance of CMDB, 3 Cs of CMDB. And then we'll see a small demo about CMDB and what it does actually. Then we'll see how we will achieve the automation in CMDB using Discovery and how Discovery solves the organization challenges. Then we'll see a demo of implementation of Discovery in CMDB. And finally, we'll see the next step of the implementations. So let's deep dive into the topic. These are all the challenges we are going to see when CMDB is not implemented, and challenges which we are facing in the CMDB which is not in good shape. Challenges when CMDB is not there. In a set of organization, maintaining the data is the biggest problem. So always data matters. If you are maintaining the data in the spreadsheet or database are very difficult, and also it will not provide us a clear visibility. So these are all the organization challenges at different level when data is not clear. So first we'll see about operator and SRE agent. If the operator is facing latency issue in the website, it will take some time to find which server or it belongs to, or it's hard to find all the relevant information. And regarding about SecOps and risk compliance team, when security operational team raising the ticket to solve the problem means we can't able to prioritize the ticket. It is in a queue. So definitely the security operational team, if they are raising the ticket, means that ticket is very important. So definitely it will breaks the system. And cloud and software automation team. Most of the times we are purchasing cloud environment and softwares, but we can't able to manage the software license periods and cloud resources. So finally, it needs high cost to maintain, and it increase the annual cost to the company. And one more challenge is revamping the CMDB, which is not in good shape. If CMDB is not having the proper data, then it leads to inaccurate of the data. These are all the cases: duplicate CAs, misclassified CAs, and unclassified CAs, and incomplete CAs. Duplicate CAs. We are having duplicate CAs means the same CAs are duplicated n number of times. And CAs are nothing but configuration item. It refers all the infrastructure elements and service components. Misclassified CAs means sometimes we can able to see the CAs are missed to classified which is not correctly. So this is called misclassified CAs and unclassified CAs. And some of the CAs are not classified into any other category. And incomplete CAs, which means the CAs does not have all the information about the corresponding CA. So finally, it results in the data inaccuracy and cause severe problem. Poor quality of data in the CMDB will cause lack of confidence in it to the user. If the informations are not clear, then an organization spends 40% of resources to rework. Then we'll see about what is CMDB. As we all know, CMDB means Configuration Management Database. In ServiceNow, CMDB is a database that stores all the information about CAs. In CMDB, we are calling each and every record as CAs. As I said, CA is configuration item. It refers to all the infrastructure element and service components like servers, network devices, software application, and business services. CMDB has strong relationship with ITSM processes like incident, problem, change, and service management. So CMDB is the heart of all the IT operational activities, and CMDB is managed by configuration management process. So if our CMDB is accurate, then it's very much easy to understand our IT environment. Particularly, we can able to manage service impact analysis, asset management, compliance, and configuration management. As you can see, this picture depicts how CMDB will help us to build the data, and it integrates all the peoples, and how it helps us to build the business. And as I said, it integrates all in one. With the help of CMDB, we can able to achieve end-to-end process, and it reduce our time to searching for relevant data. Then we'll see about why CMDB. CMDB is not only used to store the information, it also helps us to take decision at different levels like strategically, tactical, and situational. And using CMDB, we are able to find the dependencies among the process, people, and applications. CMDB will centralize the data. Our main aim is to centralize the data. It will help us to get the data faster resolution on incidents. Using CMDB, we can able to identify the CAs up to date, and the data in the CMDB can able to managed by authorized individuals only. So it means a secured one. So we can able to restrict the data usage of the restriction of the data, and it's a user friendly to handle. Then we'll see about 3 Cs calculate overall CMDB. These are all the 3 Cs to calculate overall CMDB health, which is completeness, compliance, and correctness. And also we can able to monitoring the overall health of the CMDB in a single dashboard. So completeness in this widget, completeness is just like a widget in both completeness, compliance, and correctness all are in widgets. So completeness, we can easily identify whether the CA is populate with the necessary data or not. Using completeness, we can easily identify. And compliance, which refers that whether the CA is configured as expected or not, and also whether it met with desired expectation or not. And correctness. Using this, we can identify the stale and duplicate CAs. It also helps us to maintain the quality of data for each and every CAs. We'll see detail when we are in demo session. Next, we are going to see some small demo about CMDB. Let's flip into ServiceNow instance and we'll see about the demo. So this is our ServiceNow instance. In this instance, we are going to see what is CMDB and how to populate the CAs. To access the CMDB, we need admin role, and there are multiple ways to populate the CAs in CMDB. And one way is to add the bulk data to import the bulk data from CSV or Excel file is also possible. And also another way is SCCM. Microsoft SCCM is also one direction of input of data into the ServiceNow CMDB instance. And we are going to see now how we are going to add the class and add the CA items into our ServiceNow instance. Let's flip into the ServiceNow instance. We need to type CA class in application navigator. So under configuration, we are going to see, can able to see the CA class manager. If we click this one, as you can see, you can able to see the hierarchy button. If you click this hierarchy, you can able to see all the configuration item in our ServiceNow instance. So totally we are having 3035 configuration item. So I'm just clicking this configuration item. I can able to see. So here this I'm just clicking the CA list. So for this configuration item, overall we are having 30,036 CA items. So for now, I just wanted to add one more class, child class for this configuration item. So I'm just clicking this add child class and trying to add demo for testing server is my name of the CA item. So after clicking this one, it will automatically generate the table name. So when I click the next, it will take it as to the add attributes. So in this add attribute section, we are going to add customize columns to our CA. So if you want to customize the column name and able to add that column name into the one. Okay. So after this, we need to click the next. So this set the identification rule under add reconstruction is nothing but it just restricting the updation and creation of the CA. So when the CAs are created or updated, it will check for that particular role. If you in this way only we are going to mention this role here. Okay. So for now I'm just skipping these two rules. After this, you can able to see the add suggested relationship. So demo for testing server is our CA item. I'm just going to add existing class to this new class. So I'm just going to give it as a relationship as runs on the target class as Apache. Okay. And you click the save button. So it is clearly represents the Apache server runs on this demo for testing server. Okay. So it clearly visible now. So I'm just going to give it as done. So now our CA is creating. It'll take a second to create. Yes, it's created now. So once the demo for testing server is created, as you can see, if I click the same configuration item, so in this configuration item, it is we can able to see our item which is added by us. Demo for testing server is the one which I added. Okay. So in this CA item, I'm just trying to add the CA list. So now I'm just creating one more child to this CA. Okay. So this is the way I'm just trying to add one, three, this is the one. And this time I'm just going to change the class name. So for now we are just created this demo for testing server and we are just giving it as class as demo for testing server. So it is having demo for testing. It is a new class. So now I'm just trying to map it to the existing server, existing class. So I'm just going to give it under Windows server. So category is testing, quality count as 1, and status is today's date. Just clicking the submit button, and now the CA is not here. So it just mapping it to our Windows Server CA. So again, I'm just going to this configuration item, and I'm just searching for Windows Server. So if you're going to this Windows Server, we can able to find our item. See, this is the item which I added, the server one. So it is created by me and it is under Windows Server class. So at the time which I change the class name, it automatically categorize the one. So this is the one which we are having. And also one more thing, we are going to see what is CMDB Health. So here, for that, you're going for this configuration item. You need to click this CMDB view. So this is the overall CMDB Health. We can able to see it in a single dashboard window. So in this CMDB Health scorecard, we can able to identify the completeness, compliance, correctness score. So each and individual scores also we can able to see. So in this, the completeness scorecard, it is showing the recommended and required CAs. So which means the scorecard displays the percentage of data completeness as well as the number of CAs recommended and required attributes are missing. So which are all the required attributes are missing, we can able to see here in the scorecard. And then complaints. In this complaint scorecard, it status it shows the audit status of the CAs compared to the audit parameters. It shows the list of failed and complaint CAs. And in the correctness scorecard, it is showing the CA data of and also identifies the scorecard of the duplicate, stale, and orphan CAs. Okay, these are all the information which we are getting. So if we click this one, we can able to see briefly about how many CAs are there under this completeness health. So if we click this one, we can able to see. Yeah. So in the same way, we can able to see all the items to maintain. So using this CMDB dashboard, we can able to maintain the accuracy of the data. So now we are going to see how to automate the CMDB. To automate the CMDB, discovery is needed. So what is discovery? Discovery is a tool which is introduced by ServiceNow, and using discovery method, we can able to automatically populate the CAs into our ServiceNow database. So what it does actually, if we run the discovery, it will automatically find the devices like computers, servers, and printers. Using discovery, we can able to find all the devices just having the IP address. If the device is having IP address, then we can able to identify the device. As you can see, this is the basic architecture of how discovery is configured to our ServiceNow instance. So discovery using mid server to find the devices and send the information to our ServiceNow instance. So mid server acts like a bridge between ServiceNow instance and our devices. The only thing is we need to install the mid server in a corresponding server. So we can use any server like Windows Server or Unix server to install our mid server. Once we install the mid server, we can able to discover the devices which is connected to the corresponding server. So mid server will collect the information from the device and send the response to our ServiceNow instance. The line which is indicated as a dotted line is an optional one. It is indicating the network proxy connection, which means which server will collect the data and send the information through proxy connection, which means it's a secured one. If we want, we can able to enable that also. And the black lines are indicating the HTTP SOAP request, which means we are sending and receiving the data using the HTTPS request. And the red lines, these red lines are the SSH and WMI ports, which is indicating the device is connected to the servers. So mid-server is using ports to connect it to the devices. We'll see how the discovery collects the data from devices and stores to the ServiceNow CMDB. So in this slide, we are going to see about how discovery will work in step-by-step process. These are all the 4 steps which is describing how discovery will work. At first, it will scan the device using the IP address and identify which are all the device and ports are in active. So this is the first step. And then classify. In this, it will determine device type and automatically classifies under corresponding type. And then the next step is identify. So in this identify, it collects the additional information of the device and also checks whether the CA is already present or a new one. So based upon it, it will insert or it will perform the update operation. And the final step is to explore. It reads the device and processing the data and send the data to our ServiceNow instance. So this is the process. This is the discovery process. So this is the way the discovery will run. Then we'll see a small demo about discovery, how it's implemented in CMDB. Let's flip into the ServiceNow instance. So now we are going to see what is discovery and how we are going to implement the discovery in CMDB. So to utilize the discovery, we need to install the discovery as a plugin into our ServiceNow instance. So I have already installed the discovery plugin into my ServiceNow instance. So we are going to discover the device from our ServiceNow instance. So for now, we need that mid server to install into our server. So for that, I'm just going to check whether the mid server is installed and the status is up or what is the validated one. So I'm just checking when I'm tagging this mid server and I'm able to see what all the mid servers are there in my ServiceNow instance. So this is my mid server. I have already configured all those things. So now my status of the mid server is up. Okay. So you can confirm mid server is running. So now I'm just going to my server. So this is my server. So my server name is ServiceNow AD, and just confirm that my IP address is 192.168.7.174. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to the ServiceNow instance and trying to search in my application navigator as discovery. So in this, I'm going to select the discovery schedules. So in this discovery schedule, I'm just trying to discover it as a quick discovery. If I'm clicking this quick discovery, I'm just trying to give my IP address, the same IP address 192.168.7.174, and configuring it under mid server. This is the one which I have already configured. I'm just trying to discover the server as a quick one. So I'm able to get that device automatically. So I'm not doing anything. I'm just only giving it as a IP address name. So it automatically finds my system. So as you can see, this is my device name and this is the discovery log. So in the discovery log, we can able to track whether what is the stage of my discovery. So as you can see, we have already seen that the first state is scanning and then the classifying. So and then it will identify the CA item and then it will explore. So this discovery log, we can see whether we are able to track any errors or what is the status. Also, we can able to track here. And now it will take a second to find. So for now the state is active. So once the state is completed, then we can able to see the CA item into our configuration item, into our ServiceNow instance. So for now the CMDB CA is empty and class is also empty. So still it needs to find what is the class and what is the CMDB CA. So I think I'm just trying to refresh it once again. So the status is contains the details of a discovery that has been launched from discovery schedule. So now, as you can see, device is started, explored and classified, and all the steps are over. And now the state is completed. So if you can see the devices means, you can able to see I'm able to get the ServiceNow AD. So this is my machine name and it automatically classifies under Windows Server. So this one is server, right? So it is automatically classifying under server. So I'm just trying to check that ServiceNow AD is there or not. So this is my CMDB CA. So again, so we can cross check whether the same machine name or not. So this is my ServiceNow AD. The same computer name, I can able to find it in my ServiceNow instance. So this is my server name and I can able to not only the server name, it can fetch all the informations like serial number and manufacturer name and OS and what is the RAM of my system and CPU and OS version and all those things we can able to fetch the data. And disk space, totally 200 GB disk space I'm having. So and finally we just fetch all the information. Just only one thing is we need to specify the IP address. Then it will fetch all the values for our IP address server informations. So not only the server informations, and also it will give it as a software installation. These are all the software which is installed into my server. So that information also we can able to fetch from only one thing. We need to give it as IP address. So this is the beauty of the discovery. So we can able to get all the informations, CAs and running processes and what are all the processor running, TCP connections and track configuration fields, all those things we can able to track. And as I already told you, the same way we can able to find the dependency view. So for now, this server, it's depend upon, these are all the files. So this Windows server is depends upon this file. So we can clearly mention and we can able to click this line and we can able to see what is the relationship between these two CA items. So these are all the CA items. This one is parent and this one, these are all the child items. Okay. So then we are going to see. So this is the way to find the CA. We may ask one question here. So for every CA, we can't able to do it for every CAs, right? So every IP configuration item we need to enter all those things and that is not possible. So for that reason, ServiceNow is introducing a discovery schedules. In the same discovery schedules, we need to create one discovery schedule. So in this discovery schedule, so for now I'm just creating it as test. I'm just trying to save this one. So it is asking the mid server configuration. I'm just giving it as same ServiceNow AD mid server. I'm trying to save it as same one. And in this, as you can able to see, we can able to enter the quick ranges. So once we click this quick ranges, we can mention all the IP addresses into the single window. For one click, for one discovery schedule, we can give as 1,000 number of ranges. So 1 to 1,000. So they clearly mentioned about how to mention the IP address. So if we are giving it as comma, then it will consider as a 1 by 1. So then we are giving it as a hyphen mark, then it will consider it as between this numbers to the between 15. So which means 10 dot not dot 2.1 to 10 dot not dot 2.15. So it will take it as 15 IP address. So it will fetch all the 15 IP address items. So it within a one discovery schedule, we can able to fetch all the informations, and also we can able to specify the running time and which time it needs to run. Thus these are all the things also we can able to manage. And only one thing is we need a IP address. So based upon the IP address, we can do anything to fetch the details of the particular CA. So that is the one we can able to achieve it in discovery. Yeah, that's it. In this slide, we'll see how discovery solves the organization challenges and how it improves the productivity. As I said, if we have implemented the discovery in CMDB, it will definitely reduce our cost to maintain the data. And also the human intervention action can be reduced when we are using this CMDB discovery, and machines can do a lot more on this. And also it minimizes the downtime and highly eliminate the business impacts. And we can easily identify the vulnerability of the business service and we can prioritize the one. And coming to the benefits, it's really fast to fetch the data and updating the CAs periodically. And the whole process of CMDB will be automated and we can able to enable the service impacts. So mainly it's if we enable this one, it will act as a service impacts and extends discovery through IT. Using this discovery out of the box pattern also we can able to achieve this one. We can connect to the cloud environment like AWS and Azure or serverless infrastructures. Then what we are going to get out of CMDB with the discovery. So if we are implementing this CMDB with discovery, it will reducing the most of the pain points. And for 50 to 60 percentage, we can reduce the high priority one tickets over service outages. And also 70 to 80 percentage of reduction in time to close vulnerability tickets. So we can able to reduce our time to find the vulnerability tickets to closing of the tickets. And also 40 to 50% of reduction in the time to populate the configuration items. So it will reduce the population of the configuration items. So it will speed up the quality of the configuration items. And also finally, it will get the better visibility of the data and what's the source of the information. And there will be one source of information can be maintained when using the CMDB with discovery. So the next steps. So we can help you out. These are all the next steps we are going to help you out. If you need assessment sessions, our team of experts will contact you and assess the current status and roadmap for CMDB implementation. And also we can able to help you out for the ROI parameters and also implementation for the CMDB. If you are having any specific needs on that also, our team of experts will help you out to define the roadmap and implementation of the discovery. So during this pandemic situation, we Royal Cyber stepped out and providing the complimentary of the assessment, and we are open for any help to keep you growing up.